Hey there, Nancy Drew Clue Crew. I'm Arglefumph. I'm going to do a trick right here. So I click on Junior Detective and then I double click in the upper left-hand corner. That is the most difficult trick of this death percent speedrun for Nancy Drew Haunting of Castle Malloy. Oh man, that was so hard to do that because you have to like double click in the exact right spot. The first click lets you skip the opening letter, and the second click lets you skip the conversation with Ned. And for whatever reason, the area that you have to click in is smaller for Ned than it is for the opening letter. So, like, I just kept trying it over and over and over again, and Ned would not be skipped. He just kept on talking, and eventually I just wanted to shout, "Shut up, Ned! I want to get to the game!"
No, wait, I came all the way from the
Okay, so, a death percent run, I'm actually gonna do something here in a moment, so I'll be quiet, I'll explain what a death percent run is. After I do a bit more navigation, I need to pick up a rock and throw it at the window. You need to pick a big rock, and I feel like, I might have hesitated there a little bit. See, the mouse went back and forth, like, it went to the right and then back to the left just a little bit, so I think if there's any room for improvement in this speedrun, it's there. It's throwing the rock. I was a little slow when it comes to throwing the rock.
I told you cannot be staying here.
What are you doing?
Little slow. I mean, it's less than half a second, really. I did not waver and hesitate that long, but still, that is a slight area for improvement.
Matt's disappeared? How can
So,
somebody you came
getting back to death percent run, the idea is that I'm trying to beat the game as quickly as possible. And I've just done most of the gameplay. The tough part is clicking the upper left-hand corner. Just double-click at the right spot to skip the opening scenes. And then you need to immediately start walking to the castle. You need to just go straight upwards towards the castle. I'm told that it's slightly faster if you're walking to the right of those lanterns, but you do have to go a little bit to the left because there's a bridge there. One time I got stuck in the gate where the sheep shows up. I went a little bit too far to the left. That was silly. So you go straight up, and then you're just going to click on the door. You have that scene with Denal, and then you need to throw a rock through a window. It's faster to throw a big rock through a window than it is to throw 3 smaller rocks. That's the other way you can get Kyler's attention. Then you're going to double click on the door to start this scene. Hooray! You have the brief scene of Kyler talking to Denal, and you get thrown into this conversation. So you just need to select the correct conversation options here. You only have like 3 options to pick. It's not that bad. But that means most of this speedrun is just talking to Kyler and the cutscenes with Denal. Once this conversation is over, I'm gonna turn around and leave. That is the fastest death of the game. Now, a faster death would be walking off the cliff, but you can't do that without the lantern, and you can't get the lantern until you've talked to Kyler. So that's why you can't do the walking off the cliff death. Or the walking in the bog death, you can't do that without the lantern either. So you'll see here that the death is almost immediately behind you. You just need to go in a straight line. U-turn, and then click like 7 times in a row, and then that's it. That's the death scene. It's very simple to get. It's hard to mess this up. Like, unlike grabbing the rock and, you know, where you have to move your mouse around a lot, here it's like you barely have to move your mouse. I don't even need to move it here. So there's little room for improvement in the turning around and running forward. I think the only room for improvement in this speedrun would be picking up the rock, and or like navigation going directly to the castle door. Other than that, this was a very good speedrun. I'm satisfied with it. I think I did very well. That's probably the best time I could possibly get without trying this like 50 more times in hopes of getting a better time. So thank you for watching, and check out my death percent runs for other games in the Nancy Drew series. Bye!